As you all know, that the Sikh community has been trying to educate Americans about the misconceptions and misperceptions that we have all been going through since 9/11. And with me is Isaac Baker from AKPD, which is President Obama's media team. And we have engaged with them to see how they can help the Sikh community to really reach out to fellow Americans and to create more understanding about our community. So Isaac, what do you think, what kind of campaign do we need to have?
Well, Dr. Rajwant, I think we really want to emphasize the values and beliefs that Sikhism is founded on: tolerance, respect, religious freedom, equality. And when Americans hear about those values and understand how there's so much similarities between the ethics that America is founded on and the Sikh faith is founded on, then their perceptions change and they come to understand the religion in a way of peaceful and tolerant religion that it is. And I think that's very important for us to do.
So in your experience, did you, when you worked for President Obama in his election campaign, did you also feel that there was a big barrier that you needed to cross to communicate?
Well, we did. We were working with a candidate who most people didn't know, with the name of Barack Hussein Obama. And of course, this was an incredible hurdle to overcome for a lot of Americans who found his name and his background exotic, something they couldn't relate to. And what we did was inform them about his upbringing. He grew up with the same values that instilled in him by his parents and grandparents in terms of hard work, American values, in terms of respect and tolerance, and the understanding that anyone could pursue the American dream here if they were willing to work hard for it. And when we were able to convey the values that President Obama shared with them, they were able to relate to him and understand him. The barriers that his name had put up were able to be overcome. And I think that's the same thing we can do with Sikhism and the faith. I think the barriers that sometimes people react when they see a turban can be overcome when we explain to them the shared values that Americans and Sikh Americans have.
Okay. So in your experience, what are the things that you think works and don't work? Like TV campaign, an ad campaign, billboards, flyers. What would work for Sikhs?
I think it's really important to capture Sikhs in their own words, in their own families, demonstrating that Sikh families are just like every other American family. They're worried about what their kids are doing in school, what sports they're playing, and you see them interacting as a family and in their community. And that's why I think television ads are very powerful, because they will allow mainstream Americans from all backgrounds and all geographic locations to identify with what they're seeing on TV in other Sikh families across the country. In a static medium like a billboard or a flyer, we're not able to see that interaction. We're not able to see parents attending their kids' softball game or music recital. And so we're not able to break down some of those barriers of foreignness and differentness. And I think through the medium of television advertising, digital advertising, we can start to show the dynamic of the family and the values at play that are exactly what we want to tell, the story we want to tell about Sikhs in America.
Okay. One last question is that, do you think that we can reach all Americans across the board with the different backgrounds, different educational backgrounds? Would this campaign be very effective in throughout America?
I think we can. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of resources. But I think working both at a national level and then community by community, where people are sharing information about their faith, about their community, and we're expressing those values that the Sikh community holds dear, I think we're going to be able to reach Americans from every background, from every walk of life, and start to inform them so that the next time they see a Sikh man in a turban, they know that it stands for peace and equality and service, not something to be seen of as foreign or exotic or different.
All right. So this was Isaac Baker from AKPD, President Obama's media team that National Sikh Campaign has engaged. So according to what we have just heard, there is an opportunity for us, all of us as a community, the Sikh community across the United States, to change the perception and also to educate fellow Americans about who we are. So that will help stop all kinds of hate, violence, and prejudice against our wonderful religion and our community.